This is 17 News with continuing coronavirus coverage.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Gitsky. Governor Gavin Newsom is streaming live every day at noon to give an update on the coronavirus crisis here in our state. Today, he will be talking about the state's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll bring him to you as soon as he is available. Well, now to the latest on the coronavirus here in Kern County. New details on cases. There are 36 new cases here. Public Health says right now that total stands at 744. 25 people are in the hospital. 4 people have died from the virus, and 329 people have made full recoveries. Over 5,400 tests for COVID-19 have come back negative, although results are still pending for about 3,500 others. The area known as Bakersfield East has 383 cases, which includes Lamont and Arvin. Now, that has the most cases, but it also has the biggest population by more than 100,000 people. The region known as Bakersfield West has 226 cases. The Valley region has 87 cases. The Mountain region has 19 cases, and the Desert region has 18. And the California City Correctional Facility employee has also tested positive for the coronavirus. This marks the 6th employee at a Kern County prison to contract COVID-19. According to the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, there are 4 employees at Wasco State Prison and 1 at North Kern State Prison who have tested positive for the virus, in addition to the employee at Cal City. Well, the walk-in clinic at Clinica Sierra Vista in Delano is now open. That's at the new location near the mall in Delano. The new clinic has 10 exam rooms and now offers telehealth services and virtual visits. Clinica Sierra Vista also offers COVID-19 testing. As of April 23rd, Clinica has tested 1,000 patients at its 23 sites between Kern and Fresno counties. Clinica Sierra Vista CEO Brian Harris, he resigned unexpectedly last night as a head of the Central Valley network of healthcare clinics. Now, Clinica Sierra Vista spokesman Tim Callahan confirmed Harris's departure late this morning. Callahan said Stacy Ferreira, Clinica's chief human resource officer, will serve as the interim CEO. Harris's abrupt resignation comes in the wake of multiple layoffs and clinic closures that have taken place since he took over for retired CEO Steve Schilling in February of 2018. Now, most recently on April 6th, Clinica announced that it had laid off 59 workers at 15 of its clinics and offices due to impacts of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, stay with us, 17 News, back after this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kevin Shred, again quarantined at my home, bringing you the forecast. And I'll tell you, it is a day where you need t-shirts, shorts, and a pair of sunglasses because we are really going to start to warm things up heading into the weekend. So the backyard area is definitely going to be a welcome place to hang out. Let's show you the temperatures right now, and we'll take you out near Arvin first. And we've got sunny skies there, and we've got temperatures right at 79. We take a look at Wasco, 79 as well, under clear skies. Beautiful there. And then up in Frazier Park, 66 degrees. And then Golden Hills also looking very nice, and a temperature of 68. 78 in Bakersfield right now under a calm wind. We did see a light little breeze earlier here in the southwest. It's calmed down pretty much now. Temperatures around the county, 74 near Delano. We've got 80 in Taft, and then for the mountains, 60s and 70s, 68 in Tehachapi, 72 for Lake Isabel, and already Ridgecrest hot at 85. The regional view and nothing to show you. Clear skies as this ridge of high pressure builds on in. We're looking at temperatures right near 79 in Sacramento today, 88 in Fresno, 90 in Los Angeles, and 82 in San Diego. Phoenix will be right near 100. And I know we can't head to the beaches because of the distancing, but I'll tell you, the beaches are looking great. Something to look forward down the road as we head into summer. 75 degrees out at Pismo today with a southwest wind 10 to 15. And again, this ridge will be in place here going into the weekend, so the entire state is going to be warm. One area that we're tracking a little bit of severe weather this afternoon through parts of Kansas into the southeastern portions of Nebraska and Missouri, and we've got some heavy rain moving through central Florida. Here at home, sunny today, a northwest wind 5 to 10, putting 87 out there for Bakersfield, Delano, McFarland, and Wasco, 84 in Taft. For the mountains in the Kern River Valley, sunny skies, 74 in Frazier Park along with Tehachapi, and 80s into the Kern River Valley today, 82 Lake Isabella, 83 in Kernville and the desert today. Sunny and warm, near 90 in Ridgecrest with 84 in Mojave. Look for a northwest wind 15 to 20. Here's your extended forecast tomorrow, 91 degrees. And I know the pools are going to be very tempting tomorrow. Just make sure as we head into these warmer days that we keep an extreme eye on the kids. Don't let them by the pool. We don't want to hear about any accidents. 87 on Sunday, and then next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're in the 90s again. And then the mountain forecast tomorrow, 79. A little cooler Sunday, Monday, but then right back into the 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. And then for the Kern Valley, mid-80s tomorrow, a little cooler Sunday, Monday, and then next Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to be in the 90s. So definitely a warm-up is on the way. I hope everybody has a safe and enjoyable weekend. More news coming up right after the break.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
In your 17 Business Watch, Instacart plans to hire an additional 250,000 workers over the next 2 months. The online grocery company will focus on hiring in areas with the highest demand: California, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and Toronto. Instacart is also extending sick pay for workers affected by coronavirus until this pandemic ends. United Airlines will require flight attendants to wear face coverings starting today. The airline says it's the first major U.S. carrier to adopt that requirement. It will begin with 20 masks on board each aircraft, serving domestic routes, and 40 on international ones. United will not replenish that supply after every flight and said it will do so as needed and as supplies permit. Flight attendants also will have the option of wearing their own face covering. We have seen a lot of change in the economy over the past several weeks. This week, 4.4 million more Americans filed for unemployment, making that number a startling 26 million unemployed. David Anderson, the managing partner of MoneyWise Health Management, explains what the future of the economy could look like.
Well, startling indeed. I mean, to remember that it took over 10 years to create all of those jobs and just 5 weeks to lose those jobs, it gives us an indication on how bad the economy has been hurt because of COVID-19. And then it also gives us a little insight into how bad it is for people applying for unemployment. I mean, there's just so many applying that they've overwhelmed the system. And so, my heart goes out to people who are trying to collect benefits right now.
There was actually a study that just came out this morning that shows, it's an AP study that shows that 1 out of every 4 American adults say someone in their household has lost a job. But a vast majority of those people say that they feel like once this pandemic is over, they'll be able to go back to work. Is it as simple as that, or do you think that there's going to be a little bit more time involved here to get America back up and running?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a little bit of time. I mean, just look right now at everyone's feelings regarding opening up the economy. They're all across the board, from let's open it up right now to where we need to stay in place. And so there's not a lot of consensus right now on what needs to be done. And let's say there were consensus and we decided to open up the economy today. Remember, it's not like a light switch that you just turn on and then everything comes back. It takes a while for employers to ramp back up, to bring employees back for those that have been laid off. It takes a long time to rehire. So people's hopes that this is just going to turn around and everything's going to disappear once the economy open up, I think are nearsighted.
Now, Dave, we're seeing the federal government push billions of dollars into the economy to prevent a collapse. We've got the stimulus payments that have been going out. There's money going to small businesses to help them out as well. Do you think, because we're asking this morning to our viewers, do you think that our economy, the American people, needs another stimulus check in order to keep things afloat?
Yeah, definitely. I not only think individuals need a stimulus check, they need to continue to do what they're doing now, which is propping up these other programs like the payroll protection program. A new stimulus was added. The House passed it yesterday. Right. So, yeah, I do believe it is necessary to prop up the American economy.
Now, we do have Governor Gavin Newsom. He's providing an update on the state's response. Let's take it over to him and hear what he has to say.
efforts since the beginning of this crisis, but also look at the economy in this state at the same time and look at supporting particular industries that have been ravaged by this stay-at-home order. And today we want to announce an effort to address all three issues at once, and that is a partnership that we have formed with FEMA. Over the course of the last few weeks, we have been working diligently to create a framework for engagement with our federal partners to help support an effort, first in the nation, to take care of our seniors' most important needs, and that is their nutritional needs, to make sure that they are fed, to address the issue of isolation. We estimate that some 1.2 million of our seniors in the state of California live alone. There's over 5.7 million older Californians, but 1.2 million live alone, socially isolated, unable in many respects to cook their own meals, unable to provide be provided the kind of nutrition and support that they deserve. We've been thinking about what we can do, what more we can do with these extended stay-at-home orders, and the expectation that even as we begin to toggle back on the stay-at-home orders, that our seniors will continue to be a focus of our energies and our focus of consideration as it relates to making sure that they're truly protected in this crisis. And the expectation that our orders for our seniors may come later, they may lag. And so the need to be more aggressive, to be more focused, more supportive of our seniors has been top of mind. And so working with FEMA on ways to provide nutritious meals to our seniors, to get them delivered, but also to get them prepared, we started thinking about building a partnership with our restaurant industry, with kitchens, with our hospitality industry. It's been ravaged by this pandemic. And this has led us to an announcement today, a partnership, not just with FEMA, but now a partnership with cities and counties for a locally driven strategy to get our restaurant workers, our hospitality workers, to prepare and deliver nutritious meals to our seniors and have the capacity to not only deliver and prepare, but to pay for this endeavor. This partnership will allow for the ability for restaurants to start rehiring people or keep people currently employed and start preparing meals, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, and have those meals delivered to our seniors all throughout the state of California. We will provide an unlimited number of meals, no cap in terms of that support, but there is an eligibility cap. For seniors, they must have eligibility in this frame. They must either have been at high risk of exposure to COVID-19, must be in a position where their economics are below 600% of federal poverty, must have already been impacted or exposed directly to COVID-19, or more broadly, have compromised immune systems. So there's a category in this frame, but beyond that, now we have the ability to have a locally driven decision-making to start employing workers and get these restaurants reopened and provide hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of prepared meals every day delivered to our seniors throughout the state of California. The reimbursements work along these lines: $16 for breakfast, $17 for lunch, up to $28 reimbursements for dinner. So $66 a day will be reimbursed. There's nutritious guidelines. I keep saying nutrition for a reason. We want to make sure that we are focused on locally produced produce. We want to connect our farms to this effort. We really want to focus our values throughout the state of California to get a lot of independent restaurants up and running again as well, and have a diversity of options, and make sure that what we're sending to our seniors is low sodium, not high fructose drinks or sugary drinks and the like. And so there's guidelines that we're putting out, and we're just very excited about this partnership. This partnership also can support local government because the generation of local sales taxes associated with these purchases actually could start generating revenue and support for the local economy. So it's one of those rare areas, this first in the nation partnership, where we're really addressing three problems at the same time in a very meaningful way. This program goes into effect immediately. And we're looking forward to local government, again, making the determination and the decision of which restaurants are eligible for participation. And we will work on reimbursements. We will work on making sure that we're supporting local government's share. We're providing 75% of the 25% of local government's requirement in terms of the cost of this program. So a very small percentage is borne by local government. The state picks up a disproportionate share of that. And again, FEMA in our federal partnership picks up the rest. The counties will identify those seniors that are eligible, and we continue to encourage people to do two things. The local level, if you're a senior and you believe you're eligible for this program, call your local 211. And that will be, I think, the perfect point of contact to begin the process of eligibility. If you don't have a local 211 in your jurisdiction, go to our covid19.ca.gov website, covid19.ca.gov website. I'm not naive that everybody has access to the internet or even the 211 call centers. So we'll be doing a lot of outreach in partnership with our county directors of our adult and aging services and with our cities to be very proactive in promoting this program and getting it up and running over the next days and weeks, and hopefully seeing this scaled throughout the state of California. This, we think, is a real opportunity for rural California as well. Some of our favorite dining spots that may be closed down, large number of seniors socially isolated in our rural communities, and begin to connect those dots. And again, it's not just about the meals. It's about a human connection. It's about someone just checking in as they're delivering those meals and making sure people are okay. And so it extends a wellness narrative, and that's something else I wanted to speak to as well today. We are expanding, significantly expanding our wellness and outreach efforts as part of our announcement today. We are working with the Department of Aging, and I'll ask the Director of the Department of Aging up here in a moment. She'll talk a little bit more about this program, but to build on existing supports of outreach for wellness and check-ins in the state of California and bring them to a whole nother level. We have, through their leadership, developed a wonderful partnership with Sacramento State and all of their students that are focused on the issues of aging, genealogy, and others that are going to be supporting this effort, along with United Airlines. And I just want to bring up United Airlines as a point of personal privilege, because United Airlines reached out to us and said, what can we do with so many of our call center takers, the folks that are on the lines, usually dealing with an overwhelming volume of calls about travel plans. Obviously, those individuals are not being utilized. I imagine you may be saying, well, send them over to EDD for unemployment insurance processing. No, we have 1,340 people that we already have transferred. An additional 350, we're supporting those efforts. We can talk more about that in a moment. But we thought they would be perfect because of how they're organized and positioned to be able to make wellness calls in partnership with Sacramento State and in partnership with the Department of Aging. So we just want to thank United Airlines. I love the idea that the folks that we usually check in to get our travel arrangements done or be checking in with our seniors and older Californians just to check in on their mental health and see what they need. In addition to that, we're working with CERT. I may have mentioned, I have in the last number of press conferences, CERT, and it's our emergency response teams. They're all throughout the state of California. They'll provide an additional 900 staff. So we're well in excess of 1,000 new folks that are going to be focusing in very deliberatively on these wellness checks. And we've actually created what we call a friendship line, 888-670-1360. You'll see that right on the screen. That's the line people can call just to check in, just to call to see that, well, not only check in by making that phone call, but know that we will have people checking in on you, checking in to see if they can be supportive of your needs. You just need someone to talk to. That's the line to call. You need someone, to just listen for 5, 10, 20 minutes. You don't need anything in particular. You just need to get something off your chest. You want to share some thoughts, how you're feeling. That's the line. And so that's why we call it a friendship line. We've got great partnership. That line has been up for some time with the Alzheimer's Association, and folks have been checking in for people, dementia and other needs. We just want to broaden that access, broaden its availability to a broader group of individuals. So I encourage folks that may be listening or watching to go to 888-670-1360. Make that phone call if you need a little bit of emotional support or just want to be able to emote and communicate with someone on the other line. And so that's the architecture of the framework of our announcement today. More supports for seniors, particularly those that are required to stay at home and are the most vulnerable to this disease. Also supporting our restaurants and our hospitality industry more broadly, supporting our communities in terms of the economic activity that this program will generate, and then making available this resource, this new army of volunteers and support staff to make sure we're doing wellness check-ins proactively, and then creating a line where you can proactively reach out for some support, emotional support, and otherwise. That's broad strokes, but we have Kim McCoy-Wade, who's the head of our Department of Aging, that helped organize all of this and built these support structures, and Kim is here to talk a little bit more specifically.
Now, you just heard the latest from Governor Gavin Newsom, and pretty much his focus today was talking about supporting seniors. Now, he did mention that they are working in partnership with FEMA along with restaurants, the restaurant industry here in California, and what they will be doing is they are going to be providing meals for seniors. Now, those at risk can apply, also those that have problems with financials or exposed to the COVID-19. Now, they can receive meals 3 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, all those meals that restaurants will provide will be reimbursed by the government. Also, Governor Gavin Newsom also mentioned that there is a helpline for emotional support for anyone who would like to reach out, targeted towards seniors. That number is 888-670-1360. Now, the point of his whole meeting is talking about supporting seniors, supporting restaurants, and supporting the economies throughout California. Now, you can continue watching Governor Gavin Newsom's whole speech on our Facebook page and on our website, KGET.com.
This is 17 News with continuing coronavirus coverage.